Lovely Geminis, this is your March 2025 reading and what to expect. Gemini, Queen of Cups in the reverse, in the middle of your spread. Oh, you're feeling a little bit like insecure and moody in March at some point due to lack of self-love, and you start to fall into that pattern of resentment again that you maybe haven't released. When you start to get frustrated and anxious, you start to get paranoid, and then there's this like no compromise and stubborn energy, and you start to lose trust in yourself, in your relationship, in your job, whatever this is, in your love, partnership, whatever you want to call it, right? So I think like there's still a lot of work that you want to work on, Gemini, with self-esteem. You deserve success, you deserve love and abundance, right? Spirit wants me to remind you of that, to set an intention to, identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem in March. If you need some support with that, we can do some work on this, and we can get you through your blocks and see, because I think this is a generational pattern. I think this is, it's drama that is embedded in your DNA that you're here to release and create new blueprints for, and create a new template. Because I'd like to see the Empress card in the upright for you in the future aisle, but it's like you almost revert to wishful thinking when you see like you already kind of know, and you don't trust it about a person, about a guy, a female, whatever this is to you, right? Like there's this feeling of an energy of loitering with intent, where you're in suspense, you're kept in suspense, and you can't go about your day. Everything, your whole day is ruined when things aren't going right, like in your relationship, in your work, you tend to not take time to pause and relinquish your control over a situation, Gemini. And I think you're going to learn in March this balance of practicing inaction and action, and letting go and holding on, right? Like you're going to be forced to question these things, Gemini, and you're going to relinquish this habit. I think it's a habit. I think you're going to practice more self-discipline when it comes to this, and learn to wait a little bit and not just jump into situations that can cause you to forget yourself, to be moody, to feel needy and weak. Like this cycle's coming to an end. Okay, in March, this is it. Like I think you're going to learn the lesson. I think you're going to start to balance yourself, and in that you're going to be able to share more of yourself and your success with people who deserve it, right? You're not going to share your pearls with swine. So don't overthink this in March, because you're gonna be bearing the flame and victory, and feeling that self-worth if you listen and heed and take action, before March comes. Like start to work on the pride, and people recognize you. You're a star. Like you triumph over adversity. You know what it's like to walk in another person's shoes. So you're here to express that through whatever creative expression works for you. But you have to ground, in order to rise with dignity. Ground the energy, and you're going to see that it's not even you. It's like a pattern that you become so defensive, and you start to feel incompetent. You hastily make these decisions, but it looks to me like it's ending, or it's ended, it's finished. For better or for worse. Like this is exhausting. You've really like you can't even go anymore. Like the universe is going to push you into recovery, into regeneration, into this long overdue, resisting an inevitable end to this pattern, to this cycle. And I'm excited for you, because it's kept you in this cycle of guilt and anxiety with the Nine of Blades here, right? Relying, like it's tormenting. You can't sleep. You have nightmares, depression. You know, there's sleepless nights, worry and grief that you're storing, and whatever is disturbing and saddens you is a lot of a lot of this is in your mind, Gemini. You're an air sign. I get it, right? This is excessive ruminating in your inner demons. So just remember that we're worthy of love, including our own. So I think, like, as you surrender to silence, again, if you need some support with that, and you want a second opinion or some support with spiritual grounding practices, I think, like, once you overcome the cycle of having to surrender your need to always be right in situations, you're going to surrender that frustration in the process. So it's like a double dip. You get to learn these lessons quicker, and then you're going to start to be able to give in a more equal and balanced way, right? You're not filling and giving from an empty cup. So you're going to be able to in surrendering, like, whatever, like, that person just doesn't get it, and you feel you have to communicate to this person or people, or whether this is your work, family, job, relationship. I think you're going to give others that gift of letting them be right for once in March, and you're going to be yielding and not rigid, and this is going to help to resolve conflicts, right? And improve your relationships, Gemini. So it's a lot of swords energy. Look at this: 10 of swords, 7 of swords, 8 of swords. It's overthinking things in your head, and, you know, like, don't get lazy with your good habits. Don't get lazy. Get back in nature. Go for walks. Do some breath work. A little bit of yoga. Like, you know, get out of the mental space and step more into your heart and ground into your body, and surrender, you know, into silence. Because in quiet meditation or contemplation, even if it's slow walks, right, you're going to allow the divine to let you, you know, help you let go, and you're going to enter the stillness within you, and that silence can heal and replenish you. You know, it's and it's going to help you realize that, you know, and it's realize and also let go how you maybe compare yourself with other people. Gemini, you're unique. We, if anything, we're the ones trying to be like you, because you're so unique and eccentric. You know, keep your eyes on yourself. Like, focus on your own strengths, Gemini, your own attractiveness and your power. You're one of a kind. You are rare. And how are you going to express that uniqueness into the world creatively and passionately? That's the thing that you're going to be looking at. Let's pull you some advice cards. Gemini, March 2025. Same thing that Taurus just got. Everything lost is found again. Everything hurt is healed again. You know, this truth has the power to retrieve a part of your spirit from the past. It's a mantra that's strong enough to overcome past injuries. This will be your constant thought today. So that confirms what I said about the Queen of Cups in your reading, like, where you always have to defend yourself because you've carried resentment from one relationship to the next, to the next, to the next, and until you heal that that fragmented part of your soul and get more neutral on that perspective of light and dark within you and whatever resentment, and releasing that, you're not going to be able to feel confident in yourself. So again, if you need some support, book a session with me. Happy to support you on this healing journey, because there's a lot of treasures inside of you that want to be expressed into the world, Gemini.